In this video, we will look at the evening star pattern. This is a daily time frame chart of Visa. Okay. So if you look at these three candles, that's an evening star pattern. Now let me discuss the nuances of an evening star pattern. This is not a perfect evening star, and I will explain to you why. Okay. So the first condition to identify an evening star is it must come after a uptrend, okay, because it's a bearish reversal pattern. The second condition is the first candle should be a tall green real body. The third condition is the third candle should be a tall red real body. The fourth condition is the second candle should gap away from the prior real body. So the real bodies of these two candles should not touch. It should gap away and above the first candle real body. Condition number 5 is the second candle real body and the third candle real body should not touch each other. Okay, the shadows can overlap between the first, second, and the third, but the real bodies should not touch. Now, in this case, this is not an ideal evening star. For an ideal evening star, the shadows generally overlap. Okay, but in this case, you see a rising window here. That is why there is a ideal version of a pattern and there is a variation of a pattern. So this is a variation of the evening star. If the shadow was like this, then this would have been a ideal version. Moreover, since this is a doji candle, opening and closing are the same, so this is called as a evening doji star pattern, okay, rather than a evening star pattern. Okay, very, very bearish. Condition number 6 is that the third candle should close below the midpoint of the first candle's real body. So the first candle's real body's midpoint is this. So this candle should close below that line. So that's the evening star pattern for you. These are the conditions that you should know before you identify the evening star pattern. So it is this precise. Okay. People don't tend to remember all these conditions. That is why they make mistakes in the market. The high of the evening star becomes resistance. If you want to take a short position, it has to be taken at the close of the third candle, and then you can expect the price to go down from here. You have to check the reward to risk ratio before taking the trade. In this case, the reward to risk ratio is very poor because the distance between the entry and the stop loss is very large. Okay, but generally I recommend do not take a trade where the reward to risk ratio is less than 2:1 and see how dangerous that pattern is. Okay, so if you are long already on the stock and you see this pattern, you should exit or take a partial exit. Okay, and if you are flat on this market and if you see this pattern, maybe you can consider initiating a short position. If you see, the reverse of this pattern is called as a morning star, which you can notice here. Okay, this candle gaps away from the first candle and this candle real body does not touch the first and the third candle, and that's a morning star. And look what happens when look what happens to the price when there is a morning star in the market. So evening star is bearish, morning star is bullish. Look at this powerful candle. That's called as a shaven head, shaven bottom candle. But anyways, that's a discussion for some other video. Evening star is a pattern which I have discussed in detail in level 1 of my Japanese candlesticks trading mastery program, which is available on this link. That link is in the description box. Check it out. You will learn more nuances about the evening star pattern in that course.